What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee from Champions Chat, and we're back with another installment of Should You Take Blank 6-Star Gold. This one is by request from someone in the community. Should you take Andre the Giant, Monstrous Mountain, that is Mutant Tech Andre, to 6-star gold? And I actually have this question myself because this is one of the characters I most want to grab off of the Ultimate Champions Club claim. Not because I necessarily think he's going to be great as a fighter, but I love that. Look at him. He's so stinking cool, and I wanted him so bad when he came out. But actually, the person who asked this question had a really good caveat on there. They said, hey, I would like to know if Tech Andre is any good at 6 gold with the nearing end plate, which, if you know, buffs up immobile gems significantly. So let me show you my struggles with him first here. On your moves, you've got 2 move sets. One's X-Break, one's immobile, and then there's some things in between that you can do, but realistically, this is kind of how you're going to run him. So you've got the double green MP moves here, 8 and 10 charge. That's my big struggle with him. 10 charge, 8 charge, that is a lot. So the mutated body slam stomp, 3 MP yellow, make 28 immobile to green. You've made 3 rows into immobile, which is going to trigger the plate. But then your finisher is also a struggle for me. Deal bonus damage for every immobile gem. That is just not something that scales. You could swap in the chokehold to get more immobile gems. Just note that these are very random and they do not trigger the nearing in plate because it's off of a sub. So I am going to replace this just because that bonus MP one, well, I'm sorry, I was actually going to show you with the trainers here real quick. But yeah, theoretically, you run this, you go to the entourage. We've got Ludwig Kaiser for immobile gems do 100% more damage, and Hogan for immobile gems do 100% more damage. You're still not talking a lot, right? 193,000 per immobile gem, 3 columns of 7, so 21 times 100,000. It's not really that great to 6-star gold. It's not a small number, but it's not a great number at all. So what I would recommend is just using the sub from there. But again, your charge, right? 8 and 9 MP yellow. So in a tour, you're going to be okay. But if you are trying to use him in something more competitively, like feud or boss battle, you've got problems, right? Because right here, you've got 4 MP. Santa takes you to 5, and your turn bonus is 6. You're starting with 8. So the only way around that would be to replace Ludwig with somebody else. Now, there is an option for those who have him, and it is Powerhouse Sammy. I'm not going to run it with him right off the bat, but that would get you there. I don't have him saved. So, but either way, Powerhouse Sammy is 50% immobile gem damage and 2 green MP. So that's going to be your way forward to get loaded turn 1. So it is possible, because then with your line bonus, again, 8. So you've got 4 makes 5 with the turn bonus, 6, 7, 8 with Santa Hogan, but you give up 50% immobile gem damage. So we're going to try it without first and just see if he hits at all decent. If he hits it all decent, then I'll run it with Powerhouse Sammy, but this setup is more accessible to most. All right, now, those caveats aside, here's why we're here. The nearing end plate. Whenever you make 6 or more immobile gems, increase your gem damage, all of them, by 350% for 1 turn. And the commenter didn't ask for this, but the Chaos Fighting Spirit. Whenever you make 6 or more immobile gems, increase your green gem damage by 150%. So now you're talking stacking 350% bonus with 150% bonus, and you're making 30 immobile gems green. That might be worth something. On the strap, we've got a 50% gem damage strap plus double fury 2 and a 35% all gem damage. So on the higher end, but I'm not putting the 100% gem damage strap on there to show it a little more unreachable. So you can figure out if you can hit that number or if you could do higher. Because if you've got a modern era, this is a modern era Andre. If you got a modern era tech strap that you want to take off your Miz, who's the best tech in the game, you could do that, right? So let's see how he does up against another 6-star gold, Zombie Samathan here, and just see what happens. Just see what happens. See this, I love, look how big Andre is. I love Andre in this game, and this is my favorite looking Andre. Anyway. Alright, so we did not start loaded turn 1 because there's no tour perks on this account. That's okay. We can do the honorable thing and sub him down so that he doesn't hit us with anything. It's going to leave us with some immobiles on the board. I can also, again, when I swap out for Powerhouse Sammy, show you what it would look like without the sub, without that getting loaded. So, now let's see what we've done. So we shouldn't have buffed the green gems. 165, I don't have any greens with immobile. Okay, so 147, 263 with an immobile. So we may have buffed them, but shouldn't have. The nearing end shouldn't have triggered with a sub, but it will 100% turn on this way. So now our green gems by themselves 500k, and with an immobile on them 641. And we're going to turn pretty much all of these green. So here is the... Oh, man, that's not... Oh, okay, that's not as bad. I like the one where he hits them and they go into the turnbuckle. I know Stay Puft took that animation, but I loved it. 22 million. So right off the bat, as you can see, he kicks out. We're not reloaded. You'd have to move over, but then you don't have the nearing in plate. You'd have to move over a plate that gets you to yellow. You can sub him down, but you're still going to have to eat one more turn after that. So right off the bat, I can tell you this is his top end damage with what we've got set up with the nearing end plate, and he does not get the job done, not even close. So should you take Tech, Mutant, Modern Era, Andre the Giant to 6-star gold? The answer is no. Sorry. I mean, it's just not going to be there. Watch, I'll show you one more time. It's going to beat him here. I mean, you can win in a couple turns, but 20 million at a 6-star gold is B tier level. And see, we only did 19 million there. So that is B tier level in terms of the power ratings. It just doesn't hold up. So the answer is no. We can take a look at the X breaks just real quick. I don't even need to put Sammy on there because that's 50% less damage. You don't even need to see that. But let's look at the X breaks just real quick and just see if, you know, or see why I wouldn't even recommend this moveset per se anymore. So your X breaks, you've got 16 random X breaks right there, which is not bad. But again, you're only blowing up the board once. You could do 6 into cross break. You can do a 4x4 area to destroy. You can do 5 gems into red. Any of these, in fact, you're gonna want this one just to get loaded because that is a 8 MP move right there. So you'd probably do, you know, something like this or the 4x4 area. The problem is you don't have anything buffing the X breaks. And as you saw, the nearing in plate buffed 350% and still didn't give enough damage. So without something buffing him up, he's just not worth taking to 6-star gold either way. I still want him off the Ultimate Champions Club as soon as I can, just to have him, just to Pokemon collect him. You know, got to catch them all. And just because he looks so cool. But he definitely doesn't scale, and I'm sure our buddy Sir Zoro can find something that works better, but outside of that, there's just not really. It's all high charge. Nothing loads itself except for this into the X break, and that's just, there's no bonus damage. So that's all I got for this one. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Like this video, subscribe to Champions Chat, and then send this to your friend or faction mate who's going, hey, I just pulled Andre, or should I pull Andre off the Ultimate Champions Club? What do you think? Send him this video. he's still one of my favorite looking characters in the game. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.